Welcome to the video tutorial. In this video, we'll see how to integrate MAP SDK on Android. So what is MAP SDK all about? Mobile App Performance SDK or MAP SDK effectively extends Akamai Edge all the way to your mobile device, allowing you to customize and deliver instant app experiences based on caching, network awareness, and last mile optimization technologies. Once the SDK is integrated with a mobile application, the application can be deployed to the App Store or Play Store normally. Audiences who have downloaded and begin using the application with the integrated SDK will automatically begin to experience a vastly improved experience as intelligent optimizations begin fine-tuning the network layer of your application to improve overall app performance. Okay, so let's get started. Open the Android Studio and create a sample project. In my case, I already have a sample project created. Once you have the project open, the first step would be to add the dependencies. Open the app level build.gradle and then include the dependency. You could find the link to the stable release in the integration guide, which I'll be sharing along with this video as well. So this is how you add the dependencies. Please note that when I was doing this video, the map SDK version was 2032.120. This could change going further. Next step would be open the project level build.gradle and add JCenter if you have not added. JCenter needs to be added to both repositories section as well as all project repositories. Once done, please note the license key of the app. You would have got access to the Luna portal there. So this is how your Luna portal would look like. No, get the license key from your Luna portal. In my case, I'm using emerging mobile products group, and from there I have an app already configured. So in here my app name is Pancha and I have the license key there, and please note that to add the package name here as well, you could find the application ID of your project and you could take the application ID, copy your application ID there, and then simply paste it in the Android package name. This step is very important here. Copy your license key here, and you need this license key to be added to your sample project. Once done, go to your project and go to the XML folder. If you have not created XML folder, create XML folder. Once the XML folder is created, you could go into the Akamai SDK init.xml. If you have not created Akamai SDK init XML, you could create that as well, and you could directly copy paste this. You could find these details in the integration guide as well. So now the license key that you have from your app on the Luna portal, you could copy that and paste the same in here. Now in my case, you could see I have already added the license key in here. Now you also need to register the SDK. So for that, you could go to the manifest file and add these lines. This also indicates that the SDK is registered, and also it is auto initialized and need not have to be explicitly initialized the SDK. You also need to add the permissions. We need all these three permissions to be added: the internet permission, access network state, and access Wi-Fi state. You could find all these in the integration guide as well. Next step now would be to make API calls. Now we have done with the integration of MAP SDK. Now let's see how to make API calls. Now since I'm using either OKHTTP or retrofit, I will be adding the wrappers for the same. If you are using any third-party libraries apart from Retrofit, OKHTP or Picasso, do let us know. We could provide the wrappers for the same as well. One important thing to note here is the usage of the wrapper for Retrofit and OKHTP. This makes sure all the API calls are going via map. Now I have the wrappers added here as well. So these are all the wrappers for OKHTP. These are the wrappers for Picasso. These are the wrappers for Retrofit. You could find all these wrappers in the integration guide. Now next step would be to make the API call. Let's see how we could make an API call and use this wrapper. Now in this example I have already made an API call and I'm using Aka OKHTP interceptor here. This is an example which shows the API call is made with an added interceptor called Aka HTTP interceptor. Now, now we are done with the integration steps. Now let's try to run the app and see the results. I have the emulator already configured, and now you could see the app deployed onto the device. If you want to enable the logs as well, you could enable the logs there and you could filter by Aka SDK logger. So once the app is launched, you could see the initialization of Map SDK and the registration of Map SDK in here. You could see Map SDK is already initialized and registered with the version 2032-120, and you could also see it's starting to show you the config as well. This is the config there. Now since we have already made made calls to the API call, let's see how does this work. Clicking on OKHTTP interceptor, as soon as I click on this OKHTTP interceptor, you could see the headers for this as well in the logs. So as soon as I click this, you could see these headers showing up there. So in here you could see Akamai mobile connectivity header added to the request. Now let's also see in the chars. This is how we also debug in the chars. Now as soon as you click, this was the API call that was done, and if you look at the contents over there, you could see Akamai mobile connectivity, Akamai referrer as the headers added to it. This indicates that the API call was successfully done and it is being intercepted by map. You could also see the configuration in here with chars there. When you click on this, you could see Akamai mobile connectivity added as a header there. That means that the map SDK registration was successfully done. Now in the Luna portal, for the reports or for the results to show up, it would take some time. So for time being, we will skip this step. The intention of this video is how to integrate the SDK, and we have done that, and it's a success. So this is how you integrate the SDK. Thank you for watching the video. Bye bye.